Let everybody know we're here.
I've had the Welcome to Dairy theme stuck in my head for like the last half hour.
I love that song, man.
I do too.
It's one of the
It's
few.
so catchy and so
I
eerie.
know. It's one of those shows that like I never skipped it. I never skipped the intro because it's just so. It's it does not fit the show at all because it's so like happy and jaunty, but yet weirdly haunting.
Yeah, that's how I would put it.
I really can't wait
Oh,
till season two. If man, that show was so good.
no. Let's see.
Okay, OBS. I know that I have moderation duties. I know this. No,
Chuck
good,
says
Chuck.
I'm not out running errands, so no need to recap.
We haven't even started yet, buddy. So you're
Yeah,
good.
good. First one to show up. I like
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well,
Let's see.
I got our new theme song loaded up too.
Oh, good. Good.
So if you're good to go, I'm good to go.
Uh, yeah,
All
I
right.
think
Oh,
so.
wait. Hold. Before we
Listening as
do
well.
that, let me go over to Discord and pull up the top five stuff before I do anything else.
Good call.
Where does it start? Okay, here we go. Yeah. I guess the first one is Nick.
Yeah.
All right, I got that pulled up, and we're good to go. And
All
we
right.
we will start the show here in three, two, one. Greetings, programs, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Cave Retro Show. My name is Jason Robbins.
And my name is Derek Diamond.
And you may notice we have a new theme song. How did you like that new theme song, Derek?
I can't stop dancing to it.
It's
I'll be
awesome.
perfectly honest. I feel like I'm in a dance club on the grid in the Tron movies, honestly.
We gotta give a huge shout out to our buddy, our good friend, Mr. Jeremy Branch. You may know him. He's done a lot of YouTube videos. He's got his own synthwave channel there on the YouTube. Go follow him at Jeremy Be Terrible, and give him a thumbs up for an awesome theme song to start our 10th year.
Yeah, no, I think it's perfect. Oh, and Chuck says Stranger Things ish.
It is.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. I dig that a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Stranger Things, man, that was such a good finale. I don't know if we talked about it yet, but did we talk about it last week or the week before?
I think we did. Yeah, I think we briefly touched on it. We didn't give any spoilers, but yeah, it was something that's tough with shows, and like we saw it with Game of Thrones. It doesn't matter how good the show is. If the ending sucks,
Yeah,
the rest of the show might as well suck. But thankfully, that didn't happen with Stranger Things.
that was one of the best finales I think I've ever in the top five best finales of all time. I think.
Yeah. If we were to do, because I know I did top five series finales for my old show. If we were to do it for this one, now that Stranger Things has ended, yeah, it'd go in my top five.
Yeah, we were talking about before we started the show. We were talking about Welcome to Derry and their cool theme song for that show. It's so it's hard to describe. It's jaunty but like haunting at the same time. Like it's hard to describe.
It's special, rare, and something beyond compare.
Yeah, but I love that show too. If oh yeah, Chuck, I totally agree. Scrubs, the season 8 finale is my favorite TV show finale of all time, and I don't count season 9 as part of that show because it was awful. But I'm
It
kind of
was a fever
excited.
dream.
Yeah, it was just it didn't need to happen, and the new season coming out soon. I'm kind of excited for.
They've got the majority of the original cast back, which as soon as they announced that Dr. Cox was coming back, I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kelso and the janitor are going to be a part of the season, but I think it was the writers may have said, or somebody involved with the show did an interview saying that they were trying to fit them in
Yeah.
because they didn't just want to bring them back just for the heck of it, but it may be another season from now.
See, I thought the
when they
guy that
come
played
back.
Dr. Kelso passed away in real life. I guess he's still around.
I guess. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I remember those two names specifically were brought up.
Mushmouth came up with a new word. Jaunting is the word for that song.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate.
I like that
I like
show
it.
though. If you haven't seen Welcome to Derry, please go check it out. If you like it, you like Stephen King, it's so good. I love that show.
Yeah, it was very surprising as to how good it was. Now I did watch, or my wife and I watched the new Game of Thrones show that premiered last night. It
I didn't
did
even know
not
there
feel
was
like Game of
one.
Thrones to me. It's I even can't remember what the name of it is. It's like Knights of the Seven Kingdoms or Knight of the Seven Kingdoms or something like that. Like it obviously has a lighter tone than like Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon,
Yeah.
but at times I felt like I was watching Monty Python.
Really?
Yeah, like it felt odd.
I didn't even know that was a thing coming out. Like the last I heard was that what was the one show the last one that came out?
Oh, House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon. And I hadn't even seen that one. I was so disappointed with that finale for Game of Thrones that I didn't even watch the sequel series.
You mean the 20 minutes of like no dialogue and just a 20-minute montage of how things ended?
Yeah, and how people can go from one side of the earth to the other in like 8 minutes. Like, that's all great stuff.
Like we said, doesn't matter how good the show is, if the ending's terrible, that's what people are going to think of.
And the second to
Same thing
last,
with the movie.
the second to last episode wasn't all that great either because it was just like an hour of black screen. It was supposed to be a giant fight. It was just couldn't see anything.
That bugs the crap out of me whenever scenes are just so dark that like all you see is just vague silhouettes moving around, and I'm just like, what are y'all doing? What are you doing?
The cinematographer was asleep that episode. He was off taking
Prob-
a nap.
Probably.
But if my voice still sounds a little weird, I'm recovering. I'm on the downhill slide from the sinus infection that hit me up last week, and if you could tell, listening to last week's episode, I definitely wasn't feeling great, and then pretty much that night was like I started feeling pretty crappy, and now I'm on the downhill slide, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh yeah, Chuck says the girl from season 1 of House of the Dragon is Supergirl. That is right. I think her name's Millie Atlock or something like that. Yeah, she's the new Supergirl.
That's gonna be a good movie.
She was actually good in House of the Dragon. But
Might have
yeah,
to
no,
watch
glad you're feeling better though. I know sinus infections suck, and this is the time of year. This and like the early fall is like the worst time to get them.
It's because we live on the Gulf Coast, and it's 15 degrees in the morning, and then by 11, it's like 90. So it's like you can't acclimate to anything.
Yeah,
So yeah,
another reason why I want to move.
yeah. But yeah, speaking of moving, you ready to get into our top 5 guilty pleasure games list?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so we told everybody to send us your lists for your top 5 guilty pleasure games. And you started last time, didn't you, for the top 5? You want me to start, or you want
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
first?
yeah, yeah. You can start first.
All right. Well, for my list, I just the caveat I wanted to throw out there is these aren't necessarily guilty pleasure games. Like, not that I'm like feel guilty about the topic of the game or any, it's not like my love of, Steel Magnolias or something like that, where like I love that movie, but don't want anyone to know that I love that movie, or how I secretly am a huge Go-Go's fan, that kind of thing. That, like, those are guilty pleasure type of things. But when it comes to guilty pleasure games, these are more, I've put way too much time into these games, and I'm kind of guilty about how much time I've put into these games. But I'm going to start off with my honorable mentions. The very first one is Plants vs. Zombies. And it's a shame that PopCap is not around anymore, because Plants vs. Zombies and Peggle are two of the greatest games of this century so far.
Unfortunately, I have not played a minute of Plants vs. Zombies.
What?
Nope. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but just never sat down and played it.
That is, you need to fix that, sir. Plants vs. Zombies is so good. I have played through that game from front to back so many times on different platforms, between a computer I had in 2007 to playing it on Steam to playing it on the Xbox 360 to my new Xbox, the Series X. I played it everywhere. And you can get sucked into that game so easily, because I am a huge fan of the tower defense genre of games, and that is 100% tower defense gaming.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to rectify that at some point.
You should play it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
I will. I will.
My last honorable mention is, of course, Resident Evil 4. For some reason, I've been horribly addicted to that game over the last year and a half, and I can't stop playing it. I literally just finished another playthrough of that game the other night and started another one. Now, I'm trying to finish it on professional level, which is the highest, hardest difficulty on that game. And I can't stop myself. I just have to keep going. It's getting to be a problem at this point, Derek.
I was going to ask how many difficulties this game has, because I feel like every other week you're like, I finished another playthrough of Resident Evil 4. Now I'm playing it on an even higher difficulty.
Yeah, this is the last one. So if I can get through professional and get an A grade on professional, then I unlock all kind of cool stuff. So I'm giving it my all.
Is one of those things you unlock a new difficulty that you can then do another playthrough on?
Maybe. I don't know. And then once I get done with that, I still got to play the DLC they put out for it. So I'm holding off on that until I defeat it on professional difficulty.
You'll be playing this game for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the old folks' home, and I'm gonna be playing this game. Like, Derek, I finally got through hardcore.
I'll just watch while I'm in an iron lung.
Yeah, Chuck says you unlock masochist level. It wouldn't surprise me.
It should be a difficulty level in some game like that. I would get a kick out of that.
But on to my actual list. At number 5, this is a game I really had to stop myself from playing, because this is the game I probably have the most amount of hours in, is World of Warcraft. It became a problem for a long time, to where I wasn't sleeping for weeks on end because I was playing so much World of Warcraft. But I love that game, and if I could regulate myself to only playing a couple of hours a week, I would still play it. But I don't have that kind of self-control, Derek. I don't have it.
And that is why I have never played World of Warcraft.
It'll suck you in, man.
I would love to. It looks great. Not heard a bad thing about it, but I know myself, and that if I started playing it, I would be in some trouble.
It totally just tickles the reward center in your brain playing that game, and it just won't let go.
I know the feeling.
And this is another game that is it's called Gems of War, and I've talked about this game a few times. I've been playing this on the Switch for years now, and it's a free game, and it's very much like Puzzle Quest, if you've ever played any of the Puzzle Quest games. It's a gym matching, match three type of game, but it's also like a trading card collecting game. It's like a card collector, deck builder, uh, weird RPG ish kind of game. And it's one of those gotcha games where they're always asking you to spend money for like gold and stuff like that. But they set the game up to where I've been playing it for years and I've never spent a dime on that game. But it's still, and I don't mind that it pops up a thing like, hey, buy some more stuff for $2.99. It doesn't bother me because the game is so good that just it's such a time waster.
Yeah, and that's the thing with games like that is that yeah, it makes things a lot easier if you do buy stuff. There are usually workarounds with it, like, and you don't have to spend money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how my wife and I are with Whiteout Survival, which is a mobile game that we both play. It makes it easier if you buy like little packs, things like that, but
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to.
At my number three spot is, of course, one of my favorite games ever since the
I knew this would be on
Nintendo
your list.
Entertainment System, Dr. Mario. And we've had this debate before. Which do we think is better, Tetris or Dr. Mario? I love me some Tetris. I will sit and play Tetris anytime, anywhere. But when it comes to Dr. Mario, there's just something extra in that sauce for Dr. Mario that just does it for me and just activates my brain to where I have to play that game for hours and hours on end and I can't stop myself. But it's one of my favorite all-time puzzle games.
The music doesn't hurt either.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of the best music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Chuck says, "Wow, is so easy to level and play now. You only have to do a few hours a day, probably. That doesn't help. That'll make it worse for me because then I'll just be doing nothing but leveling characters every single day. It's all I would be doing. So I can't. There's no way."
The addiction of video games is never that easy.
And Nick says, "Any love for Columns?" I think it's okay, but I never really played a whole lot of Columns. Did you play Columns on the Sega
I have
Genesis?
not.
It's a match three kind of Tetrisy uh, puzzle game.
Yeah, I know of it. I've just never
Yeah,
played it.
I didn't really play a whole lot of it. At my number two spot is Civilization 6 that I've had on the Switch for years now. And it's another one of my go-to games. Like it just stays in the cartridge slot. It hasn't left the cartridge slot of my Switch in years. Because when I'm done playing my number one game on here, I usually go to Civilization 6 to play when I'm not playing my number one game on this list. But Civ 6 is one of the best Civilization games because the way they optimized it for the Switch is insane. And just the depth that that game has, and just I love just building societies and just going to war and like all that kind of stuff. I love the Civ games. They just keep making them, please. Sid Meier's just keep making them all the time.
Yeah, the Civilization games, that's a franchise that's still going to be churning out games long after we're dead and gone.
Oh yeah. My number one game here. Everybody should know this by now. It is Balatro that I played on the started out on the Xbox. It was on Game Pass, and then I ended up buying it on the Switch, and that's where I play it all the time now is on the Switch. And every single night I sit and play it while we're watching TV, and I can't stop playing it, Derek. It's got its hooks in me, and I can't stop.
So this is like the definition of guilty pleasure game for you.
Yes. Like I'm very ashamed at how much time I have put into that game.
Yeah, I mean, we all have those. I still haven't played Balatro, but given from what you've talked about it, I think I would enjoy it.
It's very
That's just the
good.
thing with guilty pleasure games is that the time, like time does not exist to me
Yeah.
whenever I play games like Balatro, like World of Warcraft. It gets away from me.
And Nick in the chat says those are good games though. I thought guilty pleasure meant bad games that you still find enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's true. That it's kind
I've
of
got a
like,
couple of those on my list.
but when I thought of guilty pleasure games, is like it to me it meant more games that I love but put way a guilty amount of time into, and that's this list right here. I've put too much time into these games.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I did with my list too. Like, there's a couple that are regarded as bad games, and I will admit they are. I still like them for a specific reason
Yeah.
that I'll mention, and I guess that'll be a good segue into my list. So, like you, I have two honorable mentions. My first one is not necessarily a bad game, but I think I'd enjoyed it a lot more than most people I know, and it's a game that I have put a lot of time into, and that is Banjo Tooie, the sequel to Banjo Kazooie, which was released towards the end of the N64's lifespan. This game was one that I looked forward to ever since I completed Banjo Kazooie. And to me, Banjo Tooie is like a step below. The game gets a little too big, in my opinion, and sometimes, and especially towards the end of the game in the original version, there's frame rate issues, like the frame rate drops a bit, which is a little annoying, but
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. It's got a good storyline. It's a little more mature than the original. And I've every re-release that these games have had, I have played, and I've put a lot of time and effort into Banjo Tooie. My other honorable mention, I will admit this is an awful game, but I still enjoy it, and that is Sonic R. It's a Sonic racing game. The graphics are terrible. The frame rate is bad. It's not a good game. But the soundtrack is so freaking good
Yeah.
that I will play through every stage just to jam out to the music. And I know I can listen to it on YouTube or wherever, but there's something different about hearing a video game soundtrack when you're actually playing it.
Yeah.
So Sonic R had to make my list, which is not the not the last time that you'll hear a Sonic game mentioned on my list. Moving into my actual list, number 5 is Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is was controversial for its time, but I played the heck out of this. So this came out in 2001, so I would have been 14. Yeah, 14 when this game came out. So I was into, like the Attitude Era was wrapping up in the WWE. I was in that kind of mindset where it was like, I want to play something that's more mature.
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than to play like a cute, cuddly, furry game with an infusion of South Park humor?
Yeah.
I played this game so much on the N64. I played the mess out of the remake on the original Xbox. I I think about this game at least once a week.
Yeah.
And I hate that a sequel didn't happen, but I think it's one of those games that I would even say it's underrated. Like, it's a fun game. It's got great old school movie references like Clockwork Orange, The Matrix, your war movies like Saving Private Ryan, and it's pretty clever, and it's obviously got the rare British humor in it. But
Yeah.
I played this game a lot.
What would you do if they announced Rare was like, we're getting back with Nintendo for a new game, and then they're like, Conker's Bad Fur Day remastered?
I'll probably show up at your work during the day, and I'll just be like, just going crazy. I would love that. My number 4 is Shadow the Hedgehog, which is obviously a spin-off of Sonic the Hedgehog. This game got very mixed reactions because it has more adult themes. You can use guns, which is kind of surreal when you first think about it, but this game is fun. It's got enough elements of Sonic where it doesn't really feel like it's not a Sonic game. The guns just kind of add a nice little new dynamic to it.
Yeah.
And again, this was a game that I played a lot because there are so many different outcomes that you can do because what you do in the game reflects on like what happens at the end. So you can go like on a fully redeemable and good path. You can go down the path where you're like the most heartless villain in the history of the Sonic universe. I mean, in what's called the worst ending, you don't see it, but it's implied that Shadow kills a certain blue hedgehog at the end of it.
Oh.
And I know.
Wouldn't it be cool if they went
Number
back and remade that game but put Keanu Reeves in as the voice?
That'd be so cool. What was cool was in Shadow Generations, there was DLC released that took place in Japan, which is where Sonic 3 takes place. And Shadow like goes into the dimension of Sonic 3, and he sounds like Keanu Reeves because Keanu Reeves did the voice.
That's cool.
And he even acknowledged like his appearance is a little like he looks like he does in the movie.
Yeah.
That was kind of a cool little thing. Number 3 is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the Super Nintendo. It is the only Final Fantasy game to this date that I have still completed. A lot of Final Fantasy, I won't call them purists, but fans that I've seen online don't really say good things about this game, but I played it a lot as a kid. I never beat it until I became an adult. And it's actually it's a neat little RPG.
Yeah.
It's not groundbreaking or anything like that, but if you're a fan of the classic like turn-based RPG games, it's I think it's worth a shot. My number 2 is a game that I can't quit. It's Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo. I don't know what it is, but I'll play this game and then I won't for a couple of months. And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of bored. I'll give Harvest Moon another go. And then it sucks me right back in. And it's weird because I still haven't completed this game to this day.
Yeah.
Because I got close on when I was playing it on the Switch because it's available on the Nintendo Switch online. And then for some reason my save files were erased.
That sucks.
Oh, I was so mad. I didn't play the game for like 3 or 4 months after that. I was so mad because it takes a lot of time for Harvest Moon.
Have you ever tried playing Stardew Valley?
Yeah, I like Stardew Valley
Yeah.
a lot.
And
It's definitely got the Harvest Moon influence.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that was like heavily influenced by Harvest Moon, and I liked playing it. I played it on the Game Pass, but since I don't have Game Pass anymore, I'm thinking about just getting it on the Switch.
You should. No, Stardew Valley is definitely a fun game. I haven't played it in a while, but yeah, once it became available for the Switch, I tried it out, and I actually really
I
enjoyed
can't
it.
tell you how many hours I spent just walking around my farm, like, cutting trees and like just cleaning up bushes and planting stuff. I was like, this is fun.
Yeah, and yeah, it really is, and it seems really repetitive and kind of boring, but once you get into it, it's actually quite fun.
And Mushmouth
But
said
my number
he traded his what did he trade? He traded something for what was it? He traded his copy of, he had Conker's Bad Fur Day, but he traded it for Harvest Moon 64. And he said
Oh
it's
wow.
super goated too. It's his favorite in the franchise. Did you ever play the 64 version?
I've dabbled into it, not extensively enough to really have an opinion on it, but I may have to review this game sometime because I think it's
Yeah.
on the Switch Online shop.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so I might review that sooner rather than later. He says it's his favorite in the franchise, so yeah, I'll definitely have to give that a shot. But my number 1, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. It's Illusion of Gaia for the Super Nintendo. And the reason why I put this in my guilty pleasure games is it's not rated as a bad game, but it doesn't get mentioned in the same light as like a Final Fantasy 3 or an Earthbound or even a Super Mario RPG. But the amount of times that I have completed this game between my childhood and my adulthood, probably pretty embarrassing if
Yeah.
I were to add up the hours that I've played. But or the story to me is just so compelling with the kind of the impending end of the world that you're having to prevent, and there's a lot to do. It's not perfect, but man, I love the game. I love the characters. It plays out like an old school adventure type movie. It's really really good, and I have played this game so many times. It's probably up there if I had to make a list of the games that I've beaten the most number of times. It'd be up there. It'd probably be in like the 4 or 5 range.
I was gonna ask, have you played Illusion of Gaia more than Link to the Past?
Mm, no, but close.
So then Link to the Past should be on your guilty pleasure list too.
I wanted to think of more obscure games
Yeah.
and not go with like the because I mean Link to the Past could be my number one for like every list we do. I would find some way to do it.
Oh, he says he traded Harvest Moon 64 and got Conkers. It was the other way around. And
Okay.
and he said another. Chuck says one he likes was Witch of Fern Island, another farming time waster. I never heard of that. Did you hear that? You ever heard of that?
I have not. No.
Send me a link to that, Chuck, because I like a good just farm time waster type of game,
Yeah.
and I'll look it up. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
I hate
Sweet.
farming in real life, but I don't mind doing it in video games.
No, it's way too hot to do any kind of farming.
No kidding. That was a good list, though. I like doing this.
Yeah, yeah. No, this was a little more of a challenge for me because I was thinking, like what is the context behind guilty pleasure games? Because my first thought was like Nick said, games that most everyone thinks that might be terrible, but you actually kind of like. But then, like you said, I was thinking, okay, what games have I played just like an embarrassingly like long amount of time?
Yeah.
So I did kind of a mix of both.
And Chuck says my time at Porsche too. I never heard of that one. That's a good farming time waster. So if you're into farming time wasters, go check out my time at Porsche and Witch of Fern Island.
I read that as Porsche at first. I'm like, wait, the car?
Yeah, my time in Porsche. Vroom.
Yeah.
But that's going to bring us to the end of our list. And before we go into your list, Derek, would you like to do our Patreon shout outs?
As always, we like to shout out our awesome patrons over at patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. We want to shout out Shane's World, Eek7674, OmniSlick, Alex the Alley Cat, Justin Nispel, Riley, the official NCR fact checker, Mr. Wally Phelps, Nick W., Eld the Zombie, Yup Fed, aka Knife, Raven, Daniel Salmon, aka Bethany Fox, our amazing Discord community manager, Mr. B Res Coffee himself, Mike Eveland, Xblade07, the official NCR beat writer, Mr. Armez Jackson, Carlos Longoria, aka I am the Rampage, Staff Sergeant Sketch, Gus and Penny, Matthew Salmon. I'm going to need to get an echo effect to do this. And now we introduce a man who knows his potato, being accompanied by his manager, Sir Marcus Vontavious Alabama Chicken, the American Salad, Venus, the golf instructor, the Dream Chaser, violinist, pianist, and overall enjoyer of music, Joey Eamon.
I need to get some boxing ring sounds for whenever you do that.
One of these days, I'm gonna wear like a Michael Buffer style suit
Yeah.
just to do the intro. And last but not least,
Mama Diamond.
Anna Diamond, thank you all so much for your continued contributions and keeping the lights on for us here at the Nerd Cave Retro Podcast. We say it every week, but we're going to say it again. For as little as $1 a month, you get your own custom RSS feed with zero, count 'em, zero ads. If you want to hear top 5 lists, reviews, gaming history completely uninterrupted, it just costs you $1 a month. Last week I found $1 and change in my car. So I know times are tough, but you can find a little bit of spare change around.
Yeah.
And you also get early access to our bonus episodes, which include commentary tracks for animated series, full-length movies, roundtable discussions, our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. List is near endless on what we've done, and we've got much more planned in 2026.
And speaking of that, I put a post up on Patreon a week or so ago for you patrons in the top tier. They get to pick our bonus episodes and everything. We need your ideas, what you want us to do for commentary tracks or roundtables, extra episode ideas. We need them, and you're the ones to give them to us. So if you're in that top tier, please let us know what you want us to do.
That's another perk that you get if
Yeah.
you want to join our Patreon. So if you want to do that, head over to patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. And for new patrons, send us your social media info so we can give you a proper shout out.
And now let me play a little something. We're going to move into your lists. Oh, shoot. My my soundboard just crashed. That was weird.
Oh, no.
Crash detected. Well, no kidding. Hold on, everybody. It's coming. I got you something here. Hold on. The whole thing just crashed.
Can you dig
Benefits
it?
of that.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah. I told you I was going to capture it.
I love that. Can you dig it?
But yeah, we're doing it live, everybody. So that's what happens when you have a live podcast. Things just crash on you for no reason.
They do.
But up first in our email, we have Mr. Armez Jackson. And he says for his runner-up, let's see, for his runners-up, he has Muhammad Ali Boxing for the Genesis. Did you ever play Muhammad Ali Boxing?
I did not. I didn't even know that game existed.
I didn't either. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
Sprung for the Nintendo DS. You ever heard of Sprung?
I've heard of it. I've never played it, though.
How do you say this? Flippool?
Sure.
Flippool for the Famicom? I don't know. Yeah, the Flippool. The Parappa the Rappa for PS1.
I remember Parappa the Rapper. Yeah.
What was
I need to
that?
review that sometime this year. So you play as like a long-eared dog that is dressed in like baggy clothes and a backwards hat.
B-Boy
His name's
90s style.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, you have to do that. You have to. That should be your next review.
I think that might have to be my next review. Yeah.
And he says, now my list. At number 5, he has Outlaw Golf, the OG Xbox, his first Xbox game. I don't remember Outlaw Golf. Broken Helix, PS1. Tank controls, but the storyline and voice acting is funny. Number 3, Tap Tap Revenge for the iPod Touch. I never updated my 4th gen Touch just so I could keep this game.
That's dedication.
Yeah, no kidding. Number 2, WarioWare Inc., GBA. Funny, quirky, super simple micro games that gets pretty tough as you progress. I loved unlocking everything. That's the thing about I love those like little simple micro game WarioWare type games. Those are so cool.
Yeah, WarioWare. All the WarioWare games are great,
Yeah.
especially the original.
And at number 1, we have Grand Theft Auto for the PS1, the OG in the house. So broken, but so fun. And if you've never played that game, did you ever play the original Grand Theft Auto? It was like the top down. Like
I have not.
Oh yeah, you got to go. We should review that. We should.
Is this going to be one of those that I'm not going to like?
Probably.
Okay. Those
Yeah.
usually make the best reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up, we have our good friend at Mushmouth TB. These are, I guess, in no particular order. They're not numbered, but Hunicam Studio. As a child, I always wanted to be a pimp, but as it turns out, pimping ain't easy. That's what the Godfather used to tell us back in the day. Hunicam Studio gives you a roster of girls to manage as they do cam shows, modeling, and more. Your goal is to make as much money and get as much clout for your girls as possible. I have literally never gotten so far as the gold trophy.
Wow.
So I have never heard of this game, but I'm not surprised that something like this exists. Is
Yeah.
what I can say. Chuzzle Deluxe. Look, man, I love. By the way, Mushmouth, I love your descriptions of these games. They are amazing. I don't recall exactly how, but I used to play this on AOL with people across the internet I'll never know and yet fondly recall. It's literally just a charming little puzzler with nothing going on. When I'm feeling nostalgic or goofy, I will install this and F with it for an hour before forgetting it for another couple of hours. Next up is War of Rights. Listen, man, just because I play as a Southern soldier doesn't mean I want slaves. I'm reading this verbatim, by the way. I'm just interested in history, okay? I play a freaking drum. I'm not even using a gun. Come on, you guys. I'm just a drummer. Oh, man. Digimon World. This is unironically high-key one of my favorite games of all time, but they effed it up. It's just an amazing concept. You got a little Digimon guy, and not only does he grow, but so does the town you start in. You change the world as you play it. Very cool. Everyone hates this. And then his last entry is Digimon World 2. Okay, so you take a classic and iconic premise, and what do? How do you go on from there? You make an entirely unrelated dungeon crawler. I'll easily play 20 hours of this and then quit every time. Absolute trash. That may be one of the best top fives we've ever gotten.
I love that. Did you ever play any of the Digimon World games?
I'll be honest, I never got into Digimon. I know a lot of people did, but I was always a Pokemon guy.
Now on to our Discord. We have Nick W. who's in the chat room right now. He says, my top 5 guilty pleasure games. At number 5, he's got Sonic Triple Trouble, a Game Gear Sonic game that is good for the Game Gear.
Best Sonic game for the Game Gear, in my opinion.
DK64, not the best game in the series, but again, I have a soft spot for it. Yes, it is annoying. It annoying on order to 100% it. You need to play each level 5 times, but I enjoy it. Not to mention the DK rap gets stuck in your head. You have to play each level 5 times to 100% this game.
So you unlock different members of the Kong family, each with different abilities. And yeah, you have to go through each stage with all the Kongs to unlock everything. It's very time consuming, but I agree with him. It is a fun game, and people crap on it, but I enjoy it. And plus, I like the DK rap.
Yeah. Number 3, House of the Dead 2. Bad voice acting, cheesy dialogue, but I have a soft spot for it. Hey, that's why I love the first Resident Evil too, because, like, dude, man, that voice acting is something terrible, but it's charming.
Love it. Charmingly bad.
Yeah, charmingly bad. Number 2, Earthworm Jim 2. Not nearly as good as Earthworm Jim 1, but I have nostalgia for it because unlike the first one, I have actually beaten this game. Yeah, I don't think the first one is beatable. I refuse to believe anybody could beat that game.
I've tried, and I could not even come close.
Yeah. And his number 1 spot is Deadly Premonition. It's an open-world, third-person shooter survival horror game. Sounds right up my alley. It's insane. The main character, Francis York Morgan, is a special agent from the FBI who talks to himself. There's a character in the game who rhymes all the time. It's an insanely crazy game. Also, a whistle theme appears often throughout the game, which I highly suggest listening to. This sounds like something I might need to review.
You should. Maybe look to see if you could easily acquire a copy.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah. Next up, we have the fact checker to the fact checker. No, that's Tyler Watson. This is the Emerald Coast fact checker.
Yeah.
We have too many fact checkers, they get confusing. This is our good friend, Mr. Brandon Rutledge. His honorable mentions, Gotcha the Sport, includes my favorite paintball game, Capture the Flag. I loved playing Capture the Flag in Halo. It was so fun. Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, unfairly underrated in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I love that game.
Urban Champion, very basic but fun to me. I like knocking my opponent into a manhole. Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, goofy yet adorable little fighting game. I'll have to look into that. I've never heard of it. Lifeline Operator Side. You get to use your own voice to give commands to the protagonist in this mediocre survival horror game. That's kind of a cool concept. Orphan Scion of Sorcery. It sucks that it lacks any random encounters, but I do enjoy the combat gameplay. And Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Favorite anime with a fighting game. What more could I want? And then moving into his actual list. Number 5, Deadly Creatures. On paper, the concept is boring, but they made the player tarantula pretty awesome. Number 4, Dog's Life. My wife introduced me to this. A lot of dog-related jokes, and your character has a powerful fart. What game starring a dog wouldn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Castlevania Judgment is his number 3. Bad fighting game on the Wii, but I like most of the roster. I've never heard of this one. So this is a Castlevania fighting game?
Never heard of this.
That's
weird.
Interesting, yeah. 2, any light gun game by American Laser Games, such as Mad Dog McCree, Fast Draw Showdown, and Who Shot Johnny Rock. Hokey acting by the live action performers is what make these games so bad yet charming. I love the name Who Shot Johnny Rock.
Yeah.
That
I've
sounds
heard of
like
Mad
it would be a
Dog
great
McCree, but I've never heard any
Yeah.
of the other ones.
Who Shot Johnny Rock would be a great, like, choose your own adventure novel.
Yeah.
And number 1, this is a good choice. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Not the worst Mortal Kombat game out there. That honor goes to Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Yeah.
I agree. Mortal Kombat versus DC was... Is it the greatest fighting game or even Mortal Kombat game? Absolutely not. It's got... Like it's still a fun game. I mean, you still have your Mortal Kombat characters, and
I liked it.
yeah, it was good.
And let me tell you
I
something.
didn't have a problem with it.
Was this the game? The one where Aquaman was severely overpowered.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and I loved playing Aquaman in this game because he can summon sharks just out of nowhere to eat the other character on the screen. So I'm just like, I never played anybody but Aquaman.
I haven't played that game in a long time, but I remember enjoying it.
That'd be fun. And up next, we have our community manager, Bethany Fox, is always watching. Number 5.
He is.
Rocket League, basically soccer with cars. I tried to play
League's
Rocket
so
League.
good.
I tried to play it for a while. I just never could get into it. I don't know why. It seemed super fun, but just not my thing.
That's all right, though.
Number 4, Section 13. It's another dungeon crawler played in an angled top-down perspective. Number 3, Cursed to Golf. Basically a 2D dungeon crawler type game where you play golf to exit limbo. That's a good idea.
Yeah, if that were real life, I would never get out of
Yeah,
limbo.
no kidding. I don't know what this is, but number 2, The Crack Pet Show. It's a fun little dungeon crawler in the style of a TV show. I'm going to have to look that up just off the name alone.
Yeah, I really want to know about this game.
And his number 1 is Lollipop Chainsaw. It's a beat-em-up type game. And let's face it, who doesn't want to play a QC zombie game where you get to play as a hot cheerleader with a chainsaw and who has her boyfriend's head strapped to her waist? The head is alive by magic. I mean, who doesn't want that?
That sounds like a James Cameron fever dream.
Oh, that sounds like That sounds like somebody that should be in the Terrifier movie as like an antagonist to Art the Clown, and why this is not a thing is beyond me.
Well, if any filmmakers are listening to this podcast, there's a movie idea for you.
Yeah, where's our movie check?
Exactly. Next up, we have Mr. Danny Z. Number 5, Spider-Man 4-player arcade game. When I escape to my Spider-Man man cave and turn on the lights, crack a Stone Cold Steve Austin beer, and this turns on, how could you not play this for a little while? You sound like you and I would get along quite well. Number 4, Maximum Carnage for the Super Nintendo. Now, this oozes guilty fun. My favorite SNES game. Maximum Carnage was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a long time, but I remember liking it.
I think I reviewed it here on the show, didn't I? I remember liking it.
I think you did too. Many moons ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Number 3, Little League Baseball for the NES. Just a fun game to play to kill time.
Yeah.
Number 2, Guerrilla War. A fun game to jump in for a few, and now my boys like to grab the second controller to join. And number 1, Double Dragon. One of my favorite games of all time, but my favorite go-to on NES.
Yeah, I love Double Dragon, even though I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I've tried it. I suck at it. That's all I'll say.
And if you're watching on video, Derek's lagging out a little bit. Something's going on with Discord tonight, so
it's been a little weird.
You sound fine, but your video's a little laggy. So, but that's okay. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
And up next, we have Knife, who says, my list is in no particular order. That said, I decided to put some games that are usually different than ones I would normally say just to spice things up. Up first, Minecraft. It's my all-time comfort game. I think a lot of people feel the same way about Minecraft. Jetpack Joyride, fantastic mobile game that got ported to the PS3, and I couldn't put it down. I've heard of this game, but I've never played it.
I haven't either.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, only because it instantly brings me back to my childhood. Yeah, we put a lot of time into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater back in the day.
That was the soundtrack of like my teenage years. Was
Yes.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Let's see, 1942 for NES. I feel like whenever the NES gets brought up, 1942 tends to be overlooked, but it's so addicting. I love 1942. I play it with I used to play it with the NES Advantage when I was a kid. Like that was one of the few games that I loved using the Advantage to play. And also Perfect Dark Zero. I know people tend to hate on it, but I've always enjoyed playing it. In the short year that I had my 360, this game was probably played the most.
Never really played Perfect Dark Zero. I love the original.
Yeah.
But I heard very mixed things about the sequel, so I never really gave it a chance, but I'm going to have to
Well,
at some point.
the 360 is officially retro now, so we get to do 360 games.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Just had to remind you how old we're getting there, Derek. You have to do it every week.
I know I know I'll be turning 40 later this year, so trust me, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Our last list of the evening goes to, this is the fact checker to the fact checker, Mr. Tyler Watson, aka Dymo22. Number 5, John Madden Football for the Super Nintendo. This was back before the title had a year and number in it. One of the first games I got for my Super Nintendo after I got it. These games were so expensive then, my mom got it from a pawn shop. I don't even like football, but I have memories attached to it, so I'll always play it. Number 4, Battleship for the Game Boy. It's just regular Battleship, but on Game Boy. Like Madden, it was one of the first games I got for the GB. I would often come home from school to low batteries in my Game Boy because my mom would take it to play this. I never played Battleship on the Game Boy, but that actually sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Number 3, Cruisin' USA for the N64. This may be a compromised port of the arcade game, but I still have a lot of fun with it. Number 2, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures for the Super Nintendo. First off, Shut up, Derek. I remember the bad review you gave this. This game is fun. Sure, it's different from traditional Pac-Man, but they did something innovative with it. It may not have hit the bullseye, but it was still on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is the definition of a guilty pleasure game.
Yes,
You know, like I put Sonic R on my list, so I can't really say much of anything.
I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that love E.T., the extraterrestrial, for the Atari 2600. I mean, they have to be out there somewhere. Somebody loves that game. It's no surprise that somebody loves Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures too for the SNES. I mean, there's no shame in that, Tyler. I'm just,
Yeah, no, there's not.
if you ever need to talk,
There's not.
we're always here for you, buddy.
And his number one, Mega Man 7 for the Super Nintendo / Mega Man 8 for the PS1. These two are usually equally maligned in the classic Mega Man game line, so I'm including them together. 7 is hated since it came out after the first X game and didn't have things like the dash and wall jump. 8 is hated for all the bad voice acting, which I find endearing while still recognizing how bad it is.
It's terrible.
Both are fantastic and deserve to be played.
I'll probably need to capture some dialogue from Mega Man 8 and have as bumpers in the show here, because it's bad. That and
That would be
Resident Evil
wonderful.
1. I need to go capture some of that.
You should.
They're so bad.
Yeah, those are our lists.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. That was a
Yeah,
fun list to
absolutely.
make, because I really had to think about it. Like, what would make my list? Because if by my standards, I could still put, like, with you, I could have put Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past on my list, because I've put hundreds of hours into playing that game over and over and over again throughout my life, but I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't feel guilty for the amount of time I've put into that game. These games, I have guilt for the amount of time that I've put into them.
When it comes to the time that I've put into any Zelda game, I apologize for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I regret nothing.
Nothing.
And guess what's coming up next week, everybody? I'm going to be reviewing The Warriors for the PS2. And I'm very excited. I still haven't played yet because I can't find my damn AV cable for the PS2, so I'm going to have to play it on a little tiny screen this big on the one that I have that has the little TV screen attached to it. So, but I'm still going to play it, and I'm still going to review it because I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to play The Warriors.
So in that vein, anyone who's watching this on the replay, next Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time, come out to play.
Oh, yeah. Warriors come out to play. But that's going to be
I'm
good.
going to try to rewatch the movie this week.
And also, too, I still have some of my list of the games that people suggested that I play, and I just wanted to let Nick know that I bought a copy of James Bond Nightfire on eBay the other day. It's on its way to me. I bought it for the GameCube, so it is on its way, and I'll be reviewing that soon as well. Also, I looked up, I need to get a copy of The Suffering for the PS2, which Justin Nispel had suggested, and also I need to get a copy of Showdown Legends of Wrestling that Nick Opoleski over on Facebook suggested. So I'm going to be playing those soon. I just got to get cheap copies of those, which it's kind of hard to do. They're kind of expensive.
Yeah, that's the problem with collecting, is it's gotten a lot more expensive than when we started the show 10 years ago.
Yeah, no kidding.
Um,
Especially GameCube games, man. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
it's bad. It's really bad. It angers me anytime I go into a retro gaming store and I see the price of those.
Yeah, it's insane. You guys stop. Stop making my game prices go up, man. Just stop.
Yeah, quit being jerks.
You jerks. You jerks.
You jerk.
But yeah.
I think for my next review, I am gonna do Parappa the Rappa.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear about that. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
that'll
awesome.
be fun.
But yeah, we'll do. I'm gonna do the Warriors next week, and then Derek's gonna do Parappa the Rappa after that. And I think for this month, Joey's not going to be here to be able to do a commentary track for us or roundtable because he's going to Rome. And while he's kind of hard to nail down because he's always doing a lot of D&D because he's a dungeon master and all that. So, Derek, what do you think about me and you doing a couple episodes of Legend of the Zelda cartoon?
Yes,
I'm
let's do
for
it.
it.
I'm gonna be so insufferable during those, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll get that done soon for the patrons. And if you want to hear it before everybody else does, we leave it behind that Patreon paywall for at least a month before it goes out onto the regular feed. So if you want to hear it when we do it, you got to be a patron, and it's only $1 a month. So if you don't have $1, I mean, go check your couch. I'm sure you got $1 in your couch right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Nick
Sure,
in the
but-
chat room says it best. He says, "Well, excuse me, princess."
Princess.
But yeah,
I hope he says it just one time
oh, he
in the
will.
movie.
You know he
That's
will.
that's all I need. Even if it's just kind of deadpanned,
Yeah,
we'll know what it means.
and it'd be
The
a
real
little.
ones will know.
It'll be a little thank you in the credits that said dedicated to Derek Diamond.
I can die happy if that happens.
But Derek, what you got going on before we get out of here?
Yeah, so you can check out Coastline Crimes, the podcast that my wife and I are developing. We discuss true crime stories from the Gulf Coast. We've actually spent all weekend kind of getting stuff together for our set because the show is going to be on YouTube as well. It's probably going to be early to mid-February before we launch it because we want to get a couple of episodes in the can. But we'll start really doing the social media promotion here in the next week or so. That'll be at Coastline Crimes on Facebook and Instagram.
Fantastic. And last night I did an episode of Wait You Haven't Seen with Mr. TV's Travis, which is going to be out, I think, later this week. I think Friday is when his new episode's released. And we talked about the movie Bullet Train, which I found to be fantastic. And if you haven't seen Bullet Train yet, go watch it. You will thank me.
I dig it.
So go. I'm telling you, Derek, you'll love it. You're a film guy
Yep.
like me. You're gonna love it. Trust me.
I'll check it out.
But that's gonna do it for this week. And let's go ahead and walk out the door. There we go. If you want to email us at nerdcaveretro@gmail.com. You can leave us a voice message at voicecast.app/NCR. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just leave us a message. That's it. nerdcaveretro.com is our link tree. That includes all of our social media, ways to give us money like Patreon and the merch shop, which you can get to at ncrmerch.com. We got all kind of designs for our t-shirts, hats, stickers, magnets, bags, mugs, whatever your nerdy heart desires. And if you can't do that, I understand that times they are tough. And if you can't afford that, you know what's free is leaving us a review and or a 5-star rating on all podcasting platforms. So that being said, Derek, tell them what it's all about.
Excuse me, princess.
Shoot. I had the Warriors come out and play ready to go, but my soundboard crashed again. What is happening?
Oh, jeez.
Good Lord. All right, I'm going to have to send an email to Soundboard FX and see what's going on. But just pretend that you heard Warriors come out and play, yay. So just pretend you heard that, everybody, and we'll see you next week. And thank you all for watching on the YouTubes. And we will see all of you guys right here next week. Same bat